Hello everyone, welcome to another review. In this case, we're going to check some mechanical pencils. We're going to compare the Rotring 800 to the Rapid Pro. For this, we're going to take a look to the technical aspects. We're going to check the mechanism inside and outside. We're going to check also some design flows for each mechanical pencil. And then of course, we need to test how does it feel to write with them in the hand and also to make a sound test. As well, we're going to check the price differences, and at the end, we're going to have a conclusion in order to decide for one of them. For the technical aspects, let's begin then with the length. For the 800, you have a length of 14.2 centimeters from the tip all the way to the back, but when you collapse this, then you have 1 centimeter less, that is 13.2 centimeters. For the Rapid Pro, you have 14.9 centimeters from the tip to the back, and this one doesn't collapse as this one, but when you push here on the back, you hold it and then you push gently, then this tip is collapsed. Only that part, and that gives you 14.5 centimeters from the tip to the back. Regarding the width, here on the grip, it is 8 millimeters as diameter. Let me show you from this perspective. The Rapid Pro is on my left. And regarding the weight, this is 25 grams and this is also 25 grams. The balance point, it's also the same, funny enough. So the way that I measured this, as I did for the previous video as well, you grab the pen and you try to keep it balanced, and this happens around the O and the 800. And for the Rapid Pro, it's also on the O. So that's really cool. Regarding the advanced mechanism, so how many pushes here on the back do you need to achieve 1 centimeter of lead? For the 800, you need between 14 to 15. It is not so precise, or it's not so exact, because it really depends on how hard you push and how is the lead on that part, etc. So it is not a decision factor, I would say, because also for the Rapid Pro you need 15, but nevertheless, I'm going to show you the advance of each of them. That's the Rapid Pro. And here you have the 800. Side to side, you can see how it looks like. As I said, quite similar. Regarding the grip though, it's where you have the biggest difference. And I will show you here in the camera, because then you can appreciate better also with the help of the light. On top, it is the 800, and at the bottom, it is the Rapid Pro. As you can see, the 800 has a grip where the spaces are bigger than the Rapid Pro. You also see that the length of the 800 in the grip is shorter, like 3 millimeters shorter. And regarding the feeling on the hand, that's different too, because the 800, yeah, you have enough grip to not slide down. Even if you sweat a bit, it's totally fine. And you don't feel like it is damaging you or hurting you. You feel like you have a good grip. But on the Rapid Pro, it is finer. And I will try to do it with the finger so you perhaps can hear it. And this one. So this is softer as a feeling on the finger, versus this is sharp. It's like you could file your nails with it, more or less. And this is something that you should consider, because if you are writing with this too long, then perhaps can bother you, perhaps not. And also regarding the looks, when you compare them side to side, at least under my opinion, the 800 looks more quality than the Rapid Pro. It looks more refined than this from the Rapid Pro. That looks too sharp, and yeah, this is too small, the holes, and it's another feeling. I prefer personally the feeling of the 800. So now we're going to drop this and we're going to check the mechanism. First, we're going to take a look inside, which I find really interesting. This is the Rapid Pro. Let me take it apart, just like that. I'm gonna take this out. Here also from the back. here is the rubber, and this you cannot remove. So this is stuck, so we're not going to try harder. So here you have this part, which you already saw more or less from the inside. Of course, this is metal. And then here we have a really good combination of different materials. So you have here the lead, the advanced mechanism. This is plastic. Then you have the spring. This is also plastic. And this is metal again. And then you have the part where the rubber is. Here you can also see the clip, which is finished in a shiny surface. And here, let me show you then the back where the rubber is. As you can see, this rubber is also split, the metal containing this. And this back is also metal and is really shiny in order to match the back of the mechanical pencil. So I will put this together again, and then I will show you how the 800 is looking on the inside. So let's continue then with the 800. I'm going to take it apart just like this. This part cannot be removed, and here at the back, the rubber and the cap. So I will show you this closer. You already saw this. This is of course metal. And here I look on the inside. Then let's check the body. This is metal. This golden part is also metal. Then you have a small spring, more metal, the body itself. And then here you have a grip at the back, which is the same feeling as the grip at the bottom. And here you have the clip. For the rubber, you will see that there is no separation. Also, this metal is with a small grip area, and this is the cap. And let me show you only as a comparison. Let me take the Rapid Pro again so you can tell the difference. This is the 800 and this is the Rapid Pro. The metal on this one is separated and this one is just one piece. Also, this comes with a pin and this one doesn't come with a pin. And from the caps, I guess you can tell already that this is the Rapid Pro and this is the 800. Shiny versus matte finish. So now I'm going to put this all together and we're going to discuss the mechanism from the outside point of view. The mechanism on the 800 works like this. You need to twist this part here at the back in order to retract this front inside, and you twist it like that and then you have it again. So this is of course something interesting because this one doesn't have that. You only push and that's it. But as I showed you before in the measurements, that if you push here at the back and then you press it against, then the tip is now inside. While on this one, when you twist, everything is inside. Then regarding the flows of these designs, you have the 800 here, as this is one piece, as you saw when we saw it from the inside. Then you have a small space between this piece, internal piece, and the external piece. So this makes some click. Maybe you can hear there, which here you don't have, of course, but when you press this button, then you have the tip, only the tip here, and this doesn't shake, I would say, at all in comparison to this one. So this is more firm from this point of view versus the 800 that here this whole piece shakes. And the problem is that with this one, Yeah, you could say that this one can break, but the same can break on the 800 if you're writing with it, and then as it is heavy, 25 grams, then it lands and then this part bends. Then I guess you have the same problem at least with the 800. And when you transport them, I guess they work differently, yes, because then you can have all the pen retracted here on the bottom part, and the Rapid Pro, you can have only the tip, just like that. But I guess this is enough to transport it and then not to damage it. And perhaps you can say, yes, this is shorter, easier to transport, it's not so sharp as this one, because even if it is retracted, then you have a finer point versus this one. But that's just a bit subjective, I believe. So let's do a sound test then for the Rapid Pro. I'm going to click here on the back. You can see twice. Let me try that again. And then let's write down. Not bad. Let's begin then with the 800. So let's do the same then with the 800. First, I'm going to take this part out. Then twice. So maybe you heard, but you can actually tell the clicking noise of this part that we already spoke about. Regarding the feeling on the hand, the 800 feels really comfortable, and it is not so hurting or not so a bit annoying as it is on the Rapid Pro, at least in my experience. So let's discuss the prices then. The Rapid Pro, I paid 30 euros, and the 800 I paid 40 euros. But these prices change a lot. And if you find offers, you can find the 800 perhaps cheaper, and the Rapid Pro perhaps a bit cheaper too, or perhaps a bit more expensive. So they are, for sure, the 800 is going to be more expensive than the Rapid Pro, and the difference can be bigger or not depending on the actual time. So which one should you get then? Let's try to arrive to a conclusion. I believe it is a personal decision, because in my case, I really like the 800. I really like the grip here at the bottom. It's not so hurting and you still have a lot of grip. Then here at the back you have this nice detail, and I really like the fact that the rubber cap is one piece. Even if this mechanism when you are writing with it can be a bit clicky or making some noise, I kind of like I'm being productive when I'm writing with it. On the other hand, the Rapid Pro, yeah, it's a great thing that you can collapse the tip so you don't damage it when you are transporting it. And the thing though that it is the huge deciding factor is the grip. I believe you either like it or don't. And I believe in my case, I cannot get used to this and I really don't like it. It's too sharp and I prefer the 800. So here also on the clip, this is a bit too shiny for my taste, and the rubber cap here is also split as it is in the 600. And I believe all in all, of course there is a price difference between these two, but all in all I believe the Rapid Pro is a competitor to the 600. There are some things like in the 600 you cannot collapse the tip, in here you can, but the grip is different in the 600, which is more similar to the 800, and the rubber cap both have it split. And yeah, you can decide some internal construction. There are differences, there are some things that are similar. So I strongly suggest you to take a look to my other video where I compare the 800 to the 600, but I follow the same steps. So you have an idea and maybe you can decide among the three pencils. So I hope this video helped you. I'm really thankful that you watched it. So please subscribe and give it a like if you liked it. This would really help me. And I'll see you next time in the following videos.